To paraphrase a great man, let's get this podcast started, y'all.
Yeah. Absolutely ridiculous.
Let's get a ring to it.
Hi guys, and welcome to FRUK Unwrapped, the official podcast of Food Review UK. My name, as ever, is Nathan Peterson, and I'm joined by just the best people. First up, he's not the most northern person on this episode of the podcast, so for one show only, he's a soft southern shandy drinker. It's Stuart Bullock.
Oh man, I don't drink shandy. I'd just like to make that very clear. I do not, I will not, I never have, and I never will drink shandy. But I am okay with not being the most northern person. Just okay.
There's evidence. I've said it now. It's out there in the public domain. Unless you edit it out, you're a shandy drinker.
Okay.
Next up, he's the mayor of Eclairs who puts the lech in dulce leche. It's Michael Jamieson.
Brilliant. Yeah, I can't actually say this is massively off tangent, but I can't actually say dulce de leche these days because about 3 years ago I went in a sweet shop in Lechlade that was called Dulce de Lechlade. So that's just all I hear in my head when I see Dulce de Leche.
How are you doing, Michael? Why are we recording so late? What are we fitting into your
Not a good. It turned out to actually not be a good reason, to be honest. We went to the cinema to see A Bad Mom's Christmas.
Ooh.
Grow up. Ooh. What?
Dear.
Wow. Yeah, I sort of arranged a date / promised, and then I was like, ooh, fuck. Good. Yeah. So and I really liked the first one, and this one was absolutely shit. So.
I'm sure there will be a review on Movie Review UK at some point.
Quite possibly, but let's not make any promises.
And you've heard her laugh a few times already. We've got a very special guest tonight. We decided to look outside of the FRUK compound for once to get somebody in. She's the baking queen from Aberdeen who has stolen our hearts. Please welcome to the show. Please welcome to the show the founder of Maverick Baking, Kelly Clitheroe. Hiya, Kelly.
Yes, and you pronounced my name correctly the first time. Hello, thank you.
What, Kelly?
The second part.
How do people pronounce it then? It's not that difficult.
My favourite was in PE at school. My name was once written on the register as Kelly Clit Hero. I think that's been my lowest point in life.
That's a Tinder profile right there. Well, welcome to the show. Coming on.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So for anyone who is unfamiliar with you and your work, tell us a little bit about Maverick Baking and what got you started.
Basically, I'm not very good at any other thing in life apart from feeding people full of sugar. So I decided to make a kind of food blog to share recipes and little reviews and just various other kind of ranty thoughts on stuff in the food industry, mainly anti-diet industry stuff. And after seeing a couple of YouTube videos from foodie kind of people like yourselves, I thought I should kind of try my hand at that kind of stuff. So it started as just recipes, but now I try to dabble in your specialist area of eating things and telling people what they taste like.
I was going to say, actually, looking at your videos this afternoon, I sort of noticed there was a little bit of a shift in the themes of the channel. It sort of seemed the first few videos were mainly recipes, and you sort of seem to have moved towards the reviewing side of life. What do you prefer doing more? Is it a conscious decision to have gone to the reviewing side?
I mean, the reviewing side takes a little bit less work. You know, the recipe side, you've got to sort out your recipe first, and then setting up the camera and the editing for those does take a bit longer. I do still like doing those, and I do them sort of once every couple of months now, but I think the reviews are more enjoyable, and they seem to get a lot more views than the recipes do, so can't argue with that.
What's the best thing you've reviewed so far?
have any of you guys had the giant Reese's peanut butter bar?
Yes.
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 That was a knowing yes. I think that takes the top spot for me.
It's great, isn't it? I've never seen it in any shop other than like a B&M Bargains, so it's always pretty affordable, and the chocolate to peanut butter ratio in it is much better than a standard peanut butter cup. Oh, what an amazing bar!
Yeah.
Interesting. Am I right? I'm right in saying that the chocolate ratio is higher. Is that correct?
Yes, I would say so.
Yeah, correct. So, awful comment from Stuart because the ratio is definitely not better than a peanut butter cup. Correct.
No, it's not. It's not. There's more. The chocolate is thicker, but the peanut butter is thicker as well. Everything just works much better.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Have you not had it, Michael?
I have. Yeah. No. I don't remember enjoying it to that extent. I don't remember enjoying it more. More than a classic Reese's cup. But it's Reese's, so it's amazing.
Yeah.
Must be a northern thing, innit?
Yeah.
Correct.
So you've obviously got the blog as well, and like you said, you've written a few articles on there, and I think you've just mentioned there, and what I noticed on the blog was there's quite a lot of body positivity and anti-diet articles. What's the thinking behind that? So that's something you're really passionate about, is it?
Yeah, I'm just kind of bored of it. Like, if you guys work in offices, you might notice how obsessed. No, I mean men as well, but mostly women are just obsessed with self-deprecation and just how much they dislike themselves. And it's not even so much just the body positivity part of it. It's the fact that people nowadays are afraid just to eat foods that they want in place of foods that they should eat, for their age or for their size. Or I don't know, it just bugs me. Just the whole premise of eat what you want is very much my thoughts behind it.
I fully concur with that. Obviously, as a larger gentleman who does eat what he wants, I do think that we shouldn't be shaming people for just enjoying this life that we've been given. And, I'm fully behind the message.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
I was literally thinking about this the other day. I was eating a chocolate twist pastry, and I was like eating it, and I got halfway through it. I was like, "Oh, I've eaten this quite quickly," and then I was like, "But it's fine. I'm literally enjoying it very much." And then I was like, "Can I imagine if I was one of those people who was like, oh, I have to like be healthy all the time and like I can't eat anything?" I was like, how much enjoyment is sucked out of your life if you can't have chocolate twists whenever you want?
I mean, maybe not that specifically, but yes, that's the idea.
I think on the article about diet culture and how can we stop it, I think you mentioned something which is quite important, which is it will change potentially your health and it will change your attractive levels and things like that, but actually when you break it down, the important things in life, it won't necessarily improve.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not necessarily good. Those people that are close to you aren't going to view you any differently for being fatter or thinner or eating healthier or not. Like I say, I think it's a very refreshing take on the whole food industry.
I think especially from girls my age, yes, we're bombarded with all the Instagram kind of stuff, but you rarely hear of people in their 20s promoting that kind of thing as well, because there's so much emphasis on the gym stuff nowadays and like protein versions of fucking everything. It's just nice to have a Twix sometimes, you know what I mean?
Or a chocolate twist.
Or a chocolate twist, exactly.
I'm in a...
Well.
No, well, I'm in a kind of strange position in that I absolutely back that anyone should be able to eat what they want. No one should be shamed for looking a particular way. No one should be picked on for their eating habits. I back that wholeheartedly, but I also wholeheartedly back the people who comment on Michael Jamieson's videos calling him fat. I can't, I feel I've got to get behind both of those points of view.
Yep, I think that's fair.
Stuart, is it specifically those comments, or is it just any hate-filled comments?
any hate-filled comments towards Michael.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So if you take anything away from this podcast, it's more hatred.
Yeah, more hatred. All the love for everybody else, all the hatred for Michael. Yeah.
It's a little bit disappointing, but...
Who wished people happy Christmas on the 5th of November?
I'm fucking fuming about that. Like, I fucking knew when I was editing it, I was like, people are going to get so bloody sassy about me starting Christmas reviews in November.
There was actual anger, though. Like, it wasn't just sass, there was rage in some of those comments.
Oh, they can do one. I put a disclaimer at the end of the video. I said, look, guys, it's not my fault that Costa have released their Christmas menu.
But it's not the fact that you reviewed a Christmas item. It's that you're wishing people happy Christmas nearly 2 months in advance.
Well,
you can do that on every Christmas product.
Yeah.
Better.
Oh, that's okay then.
I might watch it near Christmas, so I'll at least be wishing happy birthday to myself.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Obviously meant Christmas. That's fine. Because I do view myself sort of as a Jesus character.
Oh.
Was it Jesus that was born on that one?
No, it was Santa.
Yeah.
It's weird because we view you as one of like the lepers that he healed. Except before he healed them.
Oh, good.
Back to Kelly. Douchey question of the day. What's your favourite thing to bake?
Ooh, brownies, because they involve minimal effort. Is that bad?
No. just like them out of laziness.
I think they're the most reward for the least effort.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's probably true.
See, I'm anti-brownie. I'm not a fan. Not a fan of. I'm not going to say the sentence. I'm not a fan of the brownie, but
Can you change your mind for blondies? Have you had a good blondie?
I've had an okay blondie.
Okay. My boyfriend is a bit like you. He's kind of in the anti-brownie camp, but I gave him a full-on, not like one of these shitty imposter blondies, like one that is literally loaded with white chocolate, and I think that's why he keeps me. That little groan.
So he likes the white ones, doesn't like the brown ones.
Oh, Michael, stop it!
We're not even 15 minutes in.
Everyone knows I'm joking. Watch my vlog from Universal Studios to see what I think of, all different races. I said I want a perfect blend. Or words to that effect.
I think my favourite thing, when you try and dig yourself out of a situation, you actually sound worse.
And I also love that you've plugged your channel to us.
So I should clarify. Yeah, I think someone just asked me to clarify. Then I was being served by a white woman and a black woman, and the only reason I'm saying them in that order is because the white woman was on the left. Was she? And they were talking about the different macarons that they were serving me, and they said, "Oh, there's not I think they said that there's not a white one or there's not a brown one," and I said, "Oh, I like a good mix."
Okay.
Okay.
It's not even an anecdote. It's half a story. There's no ending.
I'm sorry.
Amazing. Well, now you're on the FRUK Unwrapped podcast. Are you a podcast fan? Is it something that you listen? I'm not fishing for compliments of our show necessarily, but is it something that you actively seek out? Podcasts in general?
Only kind of recently. Honestly, I didn't really have the patience for them before because I'm not a huge fan of radio and stuff. But I found you guys, and I don't know if you're aware of Erik The Electric on YouTube as well.
Doesn't ring a bell.
He's an American competitive eater, but he's also a recovered anorexic. So he does kind of podcasts about that. And yeah, there's a couple I listen to. It's not the first thing I go for, though. Is that the wrong thing to say?
It is when you're on a podcast.
Okay, I'll go now.
No, I'm not the biggest fan of the movie, to be honest.
Awful.
That is a half joke. I listened to about 3 or 4.
Stuart and I were happy to do this on our own, and you just forced your way in to a medium you don't even want to be involved in.
I fucking love doing this one. This is obviously the best one.
Correct. Now, I don't know if you've listened to many of our shows before, but something we've started doing is random questions. Just completely off-topic things. We've got a list of 10. Give me 3 numbers and I will ask them to you.
Okay, 7.
7. What food from your childhood do you miss?
Oh, Cadbury Dream Bars.
Oh, interesting.
I was going to say MJ probably is on board with that one.
Is that the white chocolate one?
Yes.
Just
Blue
a plain
wrapper.
white, was just a solid white chocolate bar, was it? Or was it like with a white praline kind of filling?
No, I think it was solid. I mean, if I ate it now, it would probably be like way too sweet because you don't often just sit and like nosh through white chocolate. But
Yeah.
I loved it when I was younger.
Yes, Stuart, you are talking about Cadbury Marble.
I am talking about Cadbury Marble, correct?
Correct.
No,
Yes.
never heard
Well
of it.
remembered.
Yes. He knows everything.
Yeah, there's not a chocolate bar that
No.
escapes my knowledge.
Another number.
3.
3. Do you have any weird food quirks? So, for example, one of my food quirks is that I eat everything on my plate in order.
All my
alphabet-
left
That's
are-
that weird.
In order of preference.
Yes, no, I know a few people who do that, so that's not that weird. I've got this weird thing, and we'll probably talk about it later from looking what our topic of discussion is. I hate mixing hot and cold foods.
Ooh.
Oh,
It's literally the only thing I'm picky about. I will eat anything you put in front of me, but if it's something hot with something cold beside it and they're touching, I get anxiety. Not a fan.
I've not come across that before.
yeah, that's so interesting.
It's not like I would never just not eat it, but it makes me mildly unhappy.
Do you let the hot food go cold so you can eat them together?
Got it. No, see, I think I would have to eat the hot thing first.
Fair.
Yeah.
One more question. One more number.
Let's go for 9.
9. What is the sexiest fruit or vegetable?
All right, Harvey Weinstein.
I mean, banana seems too obvious, so I'm going to throw an aubergine in there.
I like it.
Tell me a fruit that is a sexier colour than an aubergine. I dare you.
MJ's the colour man. Go on.
No, I'd better not. So.
I mean, you've thrown Harvey Weinstein and a race comment in there, so I feel like we're already pretty low.
Oreos, perfect blend, like I say.
Oh,
I mean, fruit or vegetable, but
Oreos, fruit. So, vegetables a savoury one, fruit's a sweet one, right?
Christ.
basically. Lovely. Thank you very much for all that. Let's get cracking with the show. First thing we tend to start with is news.
Was that not the show?
That was part of the show. That was the introduction to the show. This is the I don't know. This is the duck wrap Chinese. It's in between your main and your star.
This is the flesh of the aubergine.
Yeah, that's it.
Anybody got any food news?
No.
Do you know what? Bloody dry this week.
I saw there's a new, I might be 6 weeks behind on this. There's a new black and white Lion bar in pound shops. Is that new?
Yes, that is new actually. Yeah, I have seen that on Instagram in the last sort of week or two. So yeah.
I don't know what it is though, in terms of is it a different flavour or anything? Has
Well,
that been confirmed yet?
It was one of these weird sort of niche Instagram accounts I follow posted it, and it's literally dark on the outside and white in the middle, or the other way around. I don't think it's just a difference in the chocolate, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, if we find it, we're definitely going to review that. I just like the quirkiness of it, even if it tastes exactly the same. I like the idea of it. Something different, a black and white bar.
Yeah.
Perfect mix.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, there it is. This is the theme of the evening, the theme-ning, if you will.
Good.
And also, the most recent food review is a Lion bar.
It is from Ukraine.
Correct. And guess what?
Yeah.
We get the next product that Harry and I reviewed that evening was also a Lion bar. Would anyone like to guess what flavour?
Lion flavour.
I don't want to say. I don't want to say black flavour, but
The packet was black.
Beef.
Coconut.
Oh, Stuart, what did you say before coconut?
Lion.
Oh, okay, I misheard you. I thought someone said it, but no. Coffee.
Ooh.
No one said coffee.
Coffee.
No.
Do Lion bars? Do they not have peanuts in them though?
The
No.
peanut line
Do
does.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe I'm
It's-
getting it mixed up with the Snickers.
They do. No, they do. What's
No. The only line that has peanuts in is peanut line, but that is the best line.
What's the chunks on the outside? Is that just like Rice Krispies?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Crisp rice. I'm not sure if they actually use Kellogg's specifically, like in but
Is that like the Tory version of Rice Krispies?
You've obviously missed out that the bakery Paul are this year releasing the mince meat croissant for Christmas.
Did you just say the bakery Paul?
Yeah, the bakery Paul.
What?
There's a chain of bakers called Paul.
Called Paul.
Yeah.
As in, like,
I'm sorry, this must be a southern thing. Then.
I'm absolutely loving the northern-southern divide on this one.
Paul. Like
Does it
in
stand
the
for
name.
anything?
No, I've never researched what it is that Paul is. I assume it's the guy that started it.
Yeah, I think that's correct. Yeah.
is it to do with Paul Hollywood?
Oh,
I don't think so. No.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I've no idea, but it's a high-end high street bakers. It's not your Greggs or anything like that. It's the sort of place you get posh cakes and stuff like that. But they've released a mincemeat croissant, as in like a mince pie, but in a croissant.
oh.
Is that something you guys would try?
I mean, probably. Like, we don't even have Waitrose up here, so I don't think I'm going to get my hands on Paul anytime soon. But
You
I'm
don't
not even
have
joking.
you don't have Waitrose in Scotland.
No, I think there might be one in Edinburgh, but nah.
Oh
Do you get-
my god!
Do you have booths in Scotland?
Booths.
Yeah.
Little things you sit in.
No. There's a supermarket called there's a northern supermarket called Booths, and it's mainly kind of Lake District way. I just wondered whether it trickles into Scotland
No.
because Booths shits on Waitrose. So
I mean,
Literally?
again, it might
Yeah.
like Glasgow and Edinburgh are almost like a completely different country to anything north of it, because people forget that north of Edinburgh is a thing. So I've never seen a Booths, but I don't know.
Amazing.
Wow.
Wait, sorry to totally interrupt that. A mincemeat croissant sounds delightful.
No, I think we've learnt more from finding out that you don't have a Waitrose or any
It's-
kind of shop.
It's first world problems, really. Yeah, we just make things here.
No wonder you're into your baking, because you've got no other fucking option.
Yeah.
The other mild food news was the final of the Bake Off last week.
Yeah.
I believe on previous conversations, MJ, you watched, Stuart, you didn't watch?
I watched, I think, one episode and decided not to bother.
And I believe, Kelly, you were a fan.
Yes, I'm a loyal fan. I feel it's only right.
Happy with Sophie winning?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're the kind of person who can actually hate someone on the fucking Great British Bake Off, you need to look at yourself. So, like, lots of people were kicking off about it, but
What about Ruby from a couple of years ago? Surely
she is a lesbian icon on Twitter. So,
is she a lesbian?
yes,
Ruby?
like as much as is humanly possible.
I don't even remember which one Ruby was.
Ruby
Looks a bit
was
like Rihanna.
Yes.
Did she?
Yeah. a little
Other than a skin tone that would be on the same strip of the Dulux paint chart.
Fuck
Like-
off with that.
Jesus Christ!
And I'm the racist one.
Yeah, you are. That all black girls look alike. That's what you
Pathetic.
basically just said.
You're yeah. I'm fuming. Also, I didn't know that Sophie'd won, so cheers for that.
Ruined it.
Were you
Aston went
waiting
out
to
of the
watch?
dancing as well.
No, I am joking. I haven't actually watched it yet, but it was ruined for me by the BBC reporting on Prue ruining it for everyone else.
Oh my god.
Cheers,
Fuck up of
BBC.
the year.
Yeah, hilarious. Wasn't she? She was literally. She was in the wrong time zone, but wasn't she also like literally 12 years? 12 years. 12 hours out.
Yeah, I think someone said she'd like scheduled it, so she must have used one of these apps you can schedule tweets with.
Okay, that's a bit better.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't excuse it obviously, but it's still hilarious.
I was Team Liam.
Yes, me too. 100%.
Because I hated Liam.
Why?
He was just so bumbly. He just annoyed me. Just too. I don't know. He looked like he should still be in school.
Too #relatable.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't relate to him, but yeah. I wasn't a massive fan of his, to be fair.
Him or was it Flo, the old Scouse lady?
Yeah, she was pretty cool.
I don't know how she got on there because she literally seemed about as skilled as like your average mum, but she was amazing.
You do see some of these people on there, and you think they fuck up things that seem, from the outside, not being a baker myself, but seem like something that I would have thought people that get onto the show must be good at doing. Yeah.
I also thought it was a great fit for Channel 4. I think the presenters were good, and I thought it was great.
Yeah, me too. I think Noel Fielding. I'm kind of indifferent about Sandy Toksvig. I like her, but I don't know if I liked her on that. But Noel Fielding, I thought was a brilliant addition.
Yeah, same here. When the rumours came out initially that Richard Ayoade was going to do it, and that was absolutely love him, so I was really happy with that. Mm-hmm. But actually, whilst I'm not as big a fan of Noel Fielding, I actually think that he did a really good job, and I think he did better than Richard would have done. He sort of had his own unique style, whereas Richard probably would have done similar things to what he does on other shows that he presents.
Yeah.
I was quite surprised at how empathetic and that Noel Fielding came across, because it's not as sided his personality that we've seen on other things. He's obviously just come across as a lunatic normally. So
yeah. Did you know he is 44 years old?
I didn't, but that doesn't surprise me because he's been around for a long time.
Really?
44 years, apparently.
Yeah, that's a long time. It's longer than me.
Who looks older, Nate or Noel?
Oh, definitely me. Definitely me. This should be a new game. Nate or Noel.
If you dress Nate if you dress Nate up in some fabulous goth garb,
which I don't know.
Maybe you'd. There you go. Maybe you'd win.
Maybe I need some guy liner. I can't match him for the hair though, unfortunately.
Yeah. Pants.
Keep those hate comments coming into the channel. So is that it? No other news? Nothing coming last minute? MJ, what you doing last show?
Yeah, I've had a little look. There's nothing happening, mate. I'll tell you what. Talking Retail, my go-to news site, they're reporting the new Roses cake bars, which popped up on Instagram about 2 months ago. So not really news.
Yeah.
It's weird because obviously with Christmas around the corner, you'd think there'd be a flurry of new products to talk about, but obviously not.
They announced all that I'm not even joking. They announced all that 6 months ago. Like they just a couple weeks ago, they announced the Easter stuff. Actually, there is. I don't think I've spoken about this on the podcast, but Cadbury have announced a dime Easter egg with dime pieces in the egg, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that. Love it. Yeah. Dime.
Cracking.
Well, you're not joking.
Right.
So, this show, the reason we've got Kelly on, we've decided it's time to talk about desserts. We love to have a sweet thing to finish off our meal, so that's what we're going to talk about tonight. But before we get to that, it's time for a round of Quivia.
Yes! Woo! Come on, Quivia!
We don't have a sounder for this, do we, Stuart?
We don't, no, because I'm too busy winning to actually make a song. So when someone's winning Quivia.
Oh,
I thought you meant like Charlie Sheen winning.
Like Charlie Sheen, both ways. I'm winning like Charlie Sheen. I'm winning at Quivia. When someone steps up and beats me at a game, then I'll step down and make some songs.
Oh wow!
I haven't kept actual track of all of these, but I think you are definitely ahead of the curve. MJ's obviously bottom because he's fucking abysmal. But anyway,
hang on. What's abysmal and why am I fucking it?
Yeah, good one. So 5 questions. First, this one's directed at Michael Jameson so he can hear every word of the question. Which country is the most expensive, readily available dessert in the world served, and how much is it?
Custard tart.
What a ridiculous suggestion. Portugal.
I'm sticking with USA.
Okay.
It's big enough.
Stuart, do you want to advance on?
Do you know what? I'm going to go Russia.
Ooh.
And some form of trifle.
Okay, to clarify, it's not the type of dessert, it's the cost of the dessert.
Oh, right.
I've poisoned them. Yeah.
Cost, I'm going to play it safe and be like $2,000.
2,000 USA dollars?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Michael?
I'm going to say 1,800 Portuguesian krona.
Okay, not sure that's right, but...
Euros, so I will go for Russia and whatever the equivalent of 1,000 units of currency is.
Rubles.
I think that would be four. That would be 4 boxes of shotgun ammunition.
Obviously, Nathan knows what currency the answer's in. So I'm going to go. If I reckon the answer's probably in dollars, even if it's not America.
It is actually in dollars, yes.
Right, so I'll go for $1,000.
$1,000.
Russia.
MJ, are you sticking with 1,800 Portuguesian krona?
That's correct, yeah. But that
Well
is
remembered.
/ dollars.
Kelly smashes it. It is the USA. It costs $25,000.
Wow.
It's the frozen with 2 R's. I've got no idea why there's 2 R's in it, but it's the frozen chocolate hot ice cream sundae served.
Yes, and it's got gold and stuff in it.
Slashed it. So why didn't you answer $25,000? You could have been right on the money.
Because that's ludicrous. We value things in turnips up here.
Ludicrous fills cups like double D's.
Shush. 24 different types of cocoa topped with edible 23 karat gold, a gold encrusted goblet, a gold bracelet with 1 carat white diamonds, and a gold spoon decorated with white and chocolate diamonds, which you can take with you.
Oh, wow.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I still think I would rather have a Kinder Egg toy than a fucking bracelet.
For $25,000.
$25,000.
$25,000 worth of Kinder eggs.
Yeah, if you're talking the era of the terrapins, then yeah.
Oh,
That sounds like a fucking sci-fi thriller.
The tiny terrapins.
Yeah, I can understand Kelly not knowing because she's like, what, half your guy's age?
Fuck off. I'm not 42, thank you.
But no, yeah, the terrapins. Do you not know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
I mean, I know what a terrapin is, but not in like Kinder Egg context.
So Kinder Egg used before like these Marvel bubblehead connector things and the crappy build a car or build a plane things. They probably once or twice a year they released these tiny figurines, typically of cute animal creatures, and there was a series of them. So there's usually be about 12 or so. Want to be fishing, want to be dancing, want to be asleep, whatever. And one year it was terrapins, and they were goddamn cute. They were hand painted, and they were really lovely. I would go on eBay, have a look at Kinder Egg terrapins, and you'll have a lovely little 10 minutes there.
I was going to say I need to look this up just in the background because it does sound like my kind of thing.
They are adorable, and do you know what? I think I looked at them maybe 6 months ago, and I don't even recall them being particularly expensive.
It's weird the things you remember.
Oh,
like, that's just such a weird thing to remember 20 years later.
It was a pretty big, high-profile TV ad campaign as well, the Tiny Terrapins.
Yeah, definitely.
So I found one that's holding a croissant to its ear.
Those crazy terrapins.
Tiny terrapins.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm looking as well now. I've just found the croissant. Do you think it's maybe a seashell?
Hang on. I'm going to have a look as well. Does anyone know the URL for Lycos? It's still there. God. It's still there.
What,
Lycos still exists.
search history of a 13-year-old MJ on Lycos. Yeah, you can imagine. Brilliant.
Yeah.
This is quality entertainment, isn't it? 4 people.
Isn't it?
4 people independently using different search engines.
Yeah, 3 people using Google and 1 using Lycos.
You getting back on track. The actual individual most expensive dessert of all time was actually worth $1.65 million, which was a fruit cake with 223 diamonds on it. That was a one-off. That was a one-off. That wasn't like as I say, that wasn't on a menu or anything like that.
It wasn't from Waitrose.
Or Boots.
The ironic thing, of course, is that whoever did purchase that is a fruitcake.
Correct. Good one, Michael. Question 2. How long is the world's largest chocolate eclair in meters?
Oh, jeez. I mean, it's obviously this is stupid, isn't it?
Yeah, this is one of those stupid things.
60.
60 meters.
Stupid 60.
Michael?
I mean, honestly, anything above like a quarter of a meter is a bit absurd. Yeah, like what? 8.75 meters.
All right. Yes, 61.
What an absolute arsehole. Stuart wins by virtue
61.
of cheating. The answer is 600 meters.
Oh,
my God.
Is that not like a mile?
It was a record broken in 2016 in, I don't know how you pronounce the name of the town, Verviers, Belgium, made by 25 bakers over the course of 3 hours, costing 1,500 euros to make.
It can't have been one solid thing, though. Like, who has a 600-meter long oven?
Yeah, when you look at the images of it, they've snaked it up and down. So
that's
fucking cheating.
Yeah, such bullshit. I feel so cheated by that. It's literally like, yeah, I've eaten. I could say, I've eaten the world's biggest pizza. Oh, what do you mean you've eaten the world's? Well, I've eaten like 100 pizzas in my life. Well, they're not attachable, neither's a fucking eclair.
This story is literally nothing like that because you've taken a break in between the pizzas, whereas they've attached them.
Sorry, you said it was in like 3 hours or something. We'll have shouldn't take that long, probably.
Carry on.
According to a survey by Arga in 2016, what cake do us Brits love to bake the most?
Victoria Sponge.
Yeah, seems too obvious, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, shit, no.
Go on, show your hand. I'm just going to copy your answer.
Stuart is renowned for changing his answer. He jumps in all the time and then changes it.
I'm going to say carrot cake.
I'm going to do what Stuart did last time.
What, and win?
Victoria
Sponge won.
I'm gonna be awkward. I'm gonna say a Madeira cake.
Oh wow. Oh no, banana loaf. Banana bread.
If one of you could settle on an answer, that'd be great.
Victoria
so
Sponge.
Cake,
Victoria Sponge.
Victoria Sponge and
banana
MJ.
bread. Banana bread.
Stuart again. It is the vanilla sponge. Victoria Sponge. As for eating cake, chocolate was top across the nation, although in the southeast it was lemon drizzle, and in Scotland it was carrot cake.
Fucking lemon drizzle.
I've got a double comment here.
I had no problem with it. What was Scotland? Carrot cake?
Carrot cake, yeah.
Hmm.
And the general north for you, Stuart, was just chocolate cake.
Yeah, correct.
I've got a double comment considering we're talking about cake. First of all, chocolate cake is boring. It's dry. Correct. It's dense.
Wrong.
And it
Correct.
doesn't.
Wrong.
And it doesn't. No, and it doesn't taste nice. Correct.
Wrong. How many good chocolate cakes have you ever had? Is the question.
They're always so boring. It's like, oh yeah, chocolate fudge cake, and it's like, yeah, well done. Like you've made a dry, dense cake. Well done.
Wrong. You've had bad chocolate cakes. You told us you were a man of both colours. You can't write it off.
I like coffee.
Please, we've forgotten about the comment. Please don't bring it back.
I'll tell you what I did have this week though. On the Costa Christmas menu. Happy Christmas, everyone. They've got a clementine loaf, and it is fucking delicious. So strong.
I'm glad this is the "What did I eat this week" section of the show. Not
wow. Oh, sorry, Hitler. Fucking hell. Carry on.
Question 4. According to their website, how many different varieties of cheesecake do the Cheesecake Factory sell?
Oh,
250. Wild guess.
42.
187.
You're trying to go midway.
Yeah.
Sadly, MJ is almost dead on it. It's actually 37.
See, that seems underwhelming.
It does. I was expecting somewhere in the hundreds, considering they're a whole fucking factory of them. 37 was quite quite shit. As of last year, they had 194 restaurants worldwide and employ nearly 39,000 people.
Sorry, how many?
Have you guys ever had it?
194 restaurants.
Did you say have you guys ever had it?
Yeah.
No.
I've had it twice. I had it once in San Francisco about 15 years ago, something like that. And I had it, and it was really nice. To my knowledge, I don't remember anything that happened more than 10 minutes ago. So,
sorry, how many varieties of cheesecake did you say?
37
in a row.
Oh, fuck off! No! You do not bring that shit onto this podcast.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and then I had it last year when Claire and I were on our honeymoon. And I tell you what, they're like a proper restaurant. Like, they don't just sell cheesecake. It's not just a dessert place. We had like a starter. I think we had like spiced chicken samosas, I think they were. And they were absolutely beautiful. And their cheesecake is very nice. We tried to go last month, but it was too busy.
I've heard I think people have a weird thing for their bread.
Yes, their fucking bread was immense.
Yeah, I've heard a thing. It's like people with Olive Garden and breadsticks. Like, I've never been to America, but I just hear these things.
Yeah, correct. The Olive Garden breadsticks are incredible. And yeah, that has reminded me, we only ordered like a start. I think we had either a starter to share or a starter each and the cheesecake, and we still got that complimentary bread, and it was really nice.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's one place in America that I'd love to try, but sadly never been able to find one when I've been over there.
I'm surprised there's as few as that.
Yeah, I was, to be honest, but that's what it said on the statistic thing that I found. So unless it was wrong, which it could have been.
Don't question the Quivier.
Question 5, final question. Although we don't know the exact date it was invented, in which year did we see the first recipe for spotted dick?
1872.
1840.
1809.
All gone for 18s. Very interesting. Very interesting. Kelly is 9 years off. 1849.
Wow.
Alexis Benoit Sawyer in The Modern Housewife or Menagerie book quoted a recipe for spotted dick, which still makes Americans laugh to this day. Kelly wins by virtue of being the guest. Well done.
Sorry, Stuart.
That's okay. Who loses?
Oh, MJ.
Sorry, I'm happy with that. I can live with that. Yeah.
How many points did I end on? But please include the calculation of plus 15 bonus points for the amusing pizza comment that I made.
Which one was that? Sorry.
I think that still leaves you on -6.
I don't remember a pizza comment, and I definitely don't remember anything amusing. So,
wow,
still 1 point.
Okay, I had some impact. That's what you're saying, is that I was there and I had an impact on the game. That's good enough for me.
Yeah, you're in the positives, which after last time out makes a change.
Correct.
Quivier's done, so let's talk about desserts.
Oh.
Not looking forward to it, Michael.
Love a dessert.
Oh.
Was that a positive or a negative?
No, bloody delicious.
So neither then. Simple question. What's your favourite desserts? Rattle them off, people.
Apple pie.
Oh, wow. Why?
Not for American pie purposes, obviously. Just, I don't know, anything like apple
Yeah.
pie, apple crumble, anything.
I'm not sure how the female version of that will work, to be honest.
Jesus. Oh.
We'll just have to tell your mother that we ate it all.
Anything hot, full of apples, I am 100% into.
Nice. Do you like McDonald's apple pies?
Never had one.
Do they have McDonald's?
Yeah, yes! McDonald's a Scottish name! How
Touche.
dare be?
Touche. Any others?
Being Scottish, I don't know if this is as much of a thing in England, but sticky toffee pudding.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
okay.
a thing, yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my tops, yeah.
Yeah.
That is, that's incredible.
I am stunned that you've never had a McDonald's apple pie, though. That's a bit fucked up, actually.
I don't know, like, when I'm in McDonald's, I am there for the spiritual experience of a 20-piece box of chicken McNuggets.
Oh, yes.
Oh, fine. Literally had one like 3 hours ago. Fine.
And, like, chips if I'm feeling it, but, like, I'm there for the McNuggets. The McNuggets are there for me. Yeah.
You should review an apple pie.
Do they still do them? Like, is that... I thought that was just something they did, like, in the 90s.
No, they're still knocking about. They're incredible.
For the record, MJ, as a man who's got a food reviewing channel, only trying the most iconic burger in the world 3 years after he set up the channel. So I don't think you can go, oh, you haven't had a McDonald's apple pie?
Do you know what? I don't think I've reviewed an apple pie, actually.
Have you not? I thought you
I'm
had.
going to beat you to it.
Let's have a look.
Crossover. I'm seeing
Yeah.
a crossover.
Yeah.
I'm seeing cross promotion here. This is my eyes are just my eyes have just got those dollar symbols or Portuguese and krona symbols. Yeah, this sounds like
Title,
definitely
Portuguese in Krona.
Correct.
Yeah, I have not. Oh, actually, no. Hang on. I've literally just typed in McDonald's apple pie. I probably need to add Food Review UK to that.
No, you don't.
No, we haven't done it. Fuck. Amazing. There we go. That is settled. We will do that. We'll sort that out, Kelly.
We will do it.
MJ, any? No, actually, fuck you, Stuart. What are your favourite desserts?
Glad you asked. No.
I do love a crumble.
Oh,
But
yes.
For me, cheesecake. Cheesecake kills. But my favourite has to be it's trifle. You know. It's my mother's trifle or the trifle that I make. It's the trifle that I make has more alcohol in it than anything else in the world, which I'm sure is surprising to you. But it is astonishing, and I make my trifle with amaretto.
Jesus!
And I will happily eat and have happily eaten as a child. Boxing Day breakfast was always trifle, and I will happily eat a big bowl of boozy trifle for breakfast at Christmas time.
Quick question. Do you put jelly in your trifle?
I don't. My mother
Okay,
does.
okay, I'm completely on board with it then. The whole jelly and trifle thing is usually what puts me off, but yeah, I'm into it.
My trifle is amaretti biscuits soaked in amaretto.
Love it.
Cherries. Then I don't do jelly and custard and cream. I make a mascarpone custard.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Which is laced with amaretto.
Yes.
And then I put that on it, and I crumble amaretti biscuits and chocolate on top of it, and it's immense, and it will kill you.
Yeah.
Isn't it easier just to drink amaretto as you're eating it at the same time?
It's less
And
acceptable
bathe in
at
it.
7 in the morning.
And bathe in it. Trifle is. I think it's quite an underrated dessert. I wouldn't say it's necessarily one of my favourites, but it is one that when I'm eating it gives me a lovely sense of joy.
Yeah.
When it's done well, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a beautiful texture, but you're absolutely right. You can get some shockers.
I am a fan of the jelly and the trifle, though. To be fair, so
Yeah, I like the combination of textures.
I'll have it. I'll have it either way. I'm not gonna. I definitely want to try. I definitely want to eat Stuart's trifle.
Yeah, that sounds incredible. Can you send like a handful down or something? Is that how you eat?
Yeah.
A pan of trifle.
A handful. I'm just assuming that's how they eat it in Yorkshire or Lancashire or wherever the fuck you are.
Michael?
Yeah, correct. I profiteroles I absolutely adore. I love sticky toffee pudding. Those are pretty much the ones, actually. Those are definitely the go-tos, but I will have anything. Sundays, love a Sunday.
Yeah.
Shit in LFLR, what was I about to say? Fuck. Incredible. That has just disappeared from my mind. Amazing. Good content. Yeah, but profiteroles is pretty much my go-to. Love the fragile yet hard but soft shell of the shoe with the delicious cold cream, thick, sweet cold cream, and then the sweet chocolatey sauce that cuts through the whole thing. Oh, mate, they're so edible. They're so bloody well edible. No, I'm being serious.
Quick question again. Are we talking whipped cream in the middle, or are we talking creme pâtissière in the middle?
Has to be creme pat in a profiterole.
Cream.
No!
Grow up, Michael.
I'm sure I'm with you 100%.
Cream.
What whipped cream in a profiterole?
Oh, awful.
He's the guy that runs this channel.
Run is such a loose term.
I'm a massive fan of an Eton Mess.
Oh, yeah.
I just, like you saying about the combination of textures with the profiteroles, it's the same with this. I love the cream of it. I love the meringue, and obviously then just that sharp bit of raspberry or strawberry, depending on what one you get. Love an Eton Mess. Absolutely adore it. I will probably have almost any dessert that contains honeycomb. It doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter what it's on. As soon as I see the word honeycomb, I'm pretty much going to order that.
Have you had the new Ben & Jerry's?
I don't think I have yet. No, I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, fuck.
Home
Home sweet honeycomb. You can get it at Tesco, mate.
Interesting. Tesco. Where's that?
It's like this big sort of mound in the ground.
Can you get it at Blaze's Pizza?
Fuming. You usually find it's usually like a booth at the back. Fuck, I was going to say it's usually like a little stall at the back of booth, but
fucked it.
Yeah, fucked it.
Cheesecake, which Stuart mentioned, and also
Correct.
I do love a creme brulee from time to
Yes.
time.
Yes. I have to be careful with creme brulees because every now and again you get one that's a little bit eggy. And if I get an egg creme brulee, that route, it doesn't
you've
just
got
ruin
that weird
my
thing
meal.
with eggs.
Yeah. I mean, a good creme brulee has no egginess to it. It's smooth and beautiful. Every now and again, you get, and if I get one of them, it's not just ruining my meal; it's ruining my week.
Oh
I
fuck!
can understand that.
Amazing.
Does custard? No, sorry, no. I was going to say does custard tart count, but I'm probably just got it on the brain. No, citron tart. I fucking love citron tart. Or tarte au citron, or lemon tart.
Yeah. I don't know what accent that last one was, but yeah.
Stuart, I think you'd refer to it as a. I don't even know how to go with this.
Go on, say something racist.
I don't know. I didn't even have an insult lined up, so I'm just gonna have to make it up on the spot. Here we go. Chuck us that yellow fruit on a bit of pastry.
I'm not Jeff from Biker Grove. What are you doing?
I don't know what's happening.
On that topic, did anyone else hear MJ's impression of my voice in his Epcot vlog that he requested I watch? It was literally, have you seen Leprechaun?
I have not, but I can only imagine.
It was along those lines.
Yeah, it wasn't. I can't say that was. I can't say I was particularly proud of that moment.
That was the Epcot vlog.
Yeah.
Watch that.
Watch all of them though. Write a list of all of them.
No.
Wow, fuming.
If I could find out specifically where it was in the vlog, that would be even more helpful.
Something like 20 minutes in?
Yeah, definitely minimum.
I think it's like halfway through.
Yeah, it's definitely. I'd say it's definitely over halfway because it's.
How long's the vlog?
They're quite long this time. Well,
like 45 minutes, I think.
Yeah, I fucked up last time I went to Florida. I fucked up because I filmed I literally had vlogs that were 3 minutes long, and I hated myself because I just lost all the memory. Not lost the memories. That's really stupid. But I live through my videos. People deal with it. So yeah, this time I wanted to make sure that I captured enough. But they're pretty entertaining vlogs. So.
Did you watch all 45 minutes?
I'll be honest.
Fast forward to the Scottish bit.
No, I did. I watched up until then because he was eating waffles and shit, so that that piqued my interest. But when it got past my bit and I'm sitting in Starbucks, I'm like, yeah, can probably go now.
Yeah, no, I would literally never They are so long that it is such a big commitment that I would never ask anyone to be like, oh yeah.
I also it's also from a place of jealousy because I've never been to America, so I'm like, fuck you for enjoying all these wonderful things.
Correct. Just
in
go.
a nice way.
Just do it.
Just go. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, yeah.
If you stop drinking at Starbucks, you'll be able to afford it.
Oh, don't start with this millennial bullshit.
Oh fuck.
Back onto dessert. Something that you've already mentioned. You don't like hot with cold. What's your view on hot versus cold with desserts, Kelly? Are you more of a fan of the hot dessert, the cold dessert? What's your?
I think probably hot.
It plays into your sticky toffee pudding, didn't you say?
Yeah, because I think my favourite ones are always hotter ones.
My opinion actually differs to yours, Kelly, from what you said earlier, where you don't like the mixture between hot and cold. I fucking well love the mixture between hot and cold. The only time I'll have a pudding that is exclusively hot will be in typically a pie or crumble world, where I will absolutely insist on custard.
Yes.
Fucking love custard.
Yes, correct.
But actually, I love a mixture of hot and cold. So with sticky toffee pudding, I would love potentially cream or potentially ice cream. Yeah, massive fan.
Yeah, I think that's more common, to be honest. It's kind of weird, my thing with temperatures, but I can live with it.
It is very interesting. How do you feel about food that's warm and not necessarily hot?
Oh, that doesn't. I don't know. That doesn't bother me, but not even so much cold. But if you were to put a classic example is when you get some kind of you're in TGI Fridays and one of the desserts is hot chocolate fudge brownie with ice cream, and they put the ice cream on top of it, and it just melts into this big ugly mess of temperatures that I don't need mixed in my life.
Oh no, nightmare.
I know.
Yeah, I do like that, to be fair.
Most people do, that's why it's a thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, nah, I'm not a fan.
I'm gonna potentially blow your mind. Ooh. I like ice cream with hot custard.
What?
Oh no, no.
Yeah,
doesn't blow my mind. Yeah, I can get on that.
What's the point?
The point is you have really hot custard, really cold ice cream, and it just goes together so well.
With nothing else?
Yeah, I could have it with nothing else. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fucking psychotic.
That sounds like the kind of dessert that they would have made Oliver Twist eat.
Sweetened gruel.
What's your point?
Brilliant.
It would taste good. It would just taste like a whole lot of vanilla, but no.
Yeah, that's one thing with me is that typically food has to have texture. I had a vegetable lasagna yesterday, and I wasn't so keen on the flavour either, to be honest. But the texture was just fucking great. Just nothing is happening in your mouth, and it's like, what is the point of this?
Yeah, but then again, you also dip chicken nuggets in McFlurries, so I mean, I'm not taking any criticism from you, mate.
I've been over this. Hot, cold, sweet, savoury, salty, crunchy, crispy, soft, juicy, melty. Amazing.
Wait, are they? Sorry, are you just listening to Snow White's Seven Dwarfs?
Melty, yeah, he never shows up to things.
It's crunchy. I'm worried about.
Stuart, what about yourself? Hot and cold?
For preference, probably cold. I like a hot dessert. I do like a hot dessert. It's nice in the winter. Sticky toffee pudding is probably my favourite hot dessert. But if I had to, I tend to choose, if I'm buying a dessert from somewhere, for example, a supermarket, it'll probably be cheesecake, which doesn't warm well.
No. I can't say I've had many warm cheesecakes.
No. So
are we unanimous on our hot dessert?
No, I think mine's probably cold.
But what's your favourite hot dessert?
Oh, what was my favourite hot dessert? Yeah, probably sticky toffee pudding.
Correct. 4 for 4. It's 4 for 4, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'd think. Trying to think.
We're all correct. Oh, Kelly, although is your apple pie?
Yeah, I'm staying kind of quiet because apple pie's there. But for the sake of this evening, I will allow sticky toffee pudding to come first.
What about caramel apple pie?
I mean, like I don't know, because I would say that that's kind of a good apple pie anyway. Like if you're using brown sugar in an apple pie, kind of tastes like caramel anyway.
Yeah, fair comment.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I've never really been able to distinguish between the two that much.
The only additional flavour that needs adding to an apple pie is a shit ton of cinnamon.
Yes.
Correct.
Oh, that's non-negotiable.
Do you remember Sarah Lee apple Danish bars?
Correct.
That was what happened to Sarah Lee?
No idea. No idea. There was. I think their headquarters was near me in Slough, and that seems to have disappeared as well.
They were smashing the frozen dessert.
Gattos, yeah, them gattos.
Yeah, and that apple Danish bar was a sick dessert.
Mm.
I don't remember that one specifically, unfortunately.
Strudel-esque, wasn't it?
It was, but not so much strudel, because strudel's got that phyllo vibe. This was a quite thick.
Yeah.
Same shape as a strudel.
Yeah.
Tell you what I love in a strudel.
Go on.
Pecans over raisins or sultanas.
Pecans are great.
Yes, correct. And raisins fucking suck, so.
Yeah,
don't be mean to raisins.
Raisins are incredible, mate.
Raisins are an underrated little gem in this world.
Nature's candy.
Yeah, they're up there.
Nature's, man, serial killing person with bees or something. I've never seen.
With bees?
Yeah, doesn't Candy Man open his chest and a load of bees come out? Is that
correct?
Yeah, he's a bee-related serial killer.
And also, he looks like Channel 4 newsreader George Alagaya.
Are you suggesting it is Alagaya?
I think George Alagaya is the Candyman.
You say his name 3 times in a mirror if you fucking can.
George Alagaya, George Alagaya, George Alagaya.
Oh, the bees!
But I was going to say maybe that's why Stuart's left us twice. He's actually dead.
Shit.
Myth busted.
What do you have to accompany your dessert? Custard or ice cream?
Custard all day long.
Oh, 100%. 100% dependent on the dessert.
Correct.
All right. But
that's maintenance.
But in general, what of the 3 would you prefer?
Yeah, correct. General, 1 or 2 of the 3.
Good. Thanks.
No, so seriously, I 100% could not pick. Like if it's a pastry-based or based custard.
Surely you can drop cream, though.
Yeah.
No.
Fuck it right in the face.
No, definitely not. If it's a sponge-based cream, 100%.
Nope.
Sponge-based cream. Sponge-based cream. 6 legs, 8 legs, 6 legs.
The only cream I'll allow is mascarpone, and that's because it's a cheese.
You're a cheese.
Yeah, I feel like cream is a sad replacement for custard or ice cream.
Oh, thank you, Kelly. It's dead. The cream is awful.
Cream's a dead thing.
There we go.
That's a 55-year-old man pretending to be a 10-year-old there, ladies and gentlemen.
Brilliant. Right, have you ever come, or how do you feel about, slightly off topic, how do you feel about, like, beans?
Wait.
What, like
I like baked beans, yeah?
Yeah, they're good.
Right. Yeah, I like baked beans, don't get me wrong, but whenever I'm going to stay with me, whenever I'm going to have baked beans, I have to slightly get over the fact that beans are kind of gross. When I eat them, I enjoy them, but just before I eat them, I just have to kind of mentally prepare myself, and I have the same thing with custard.
Oh, this is amazing.
Oh, okay.
You're a fucking fruitcake.
Is that a texture thing, or like
it's just a kind of it's dirt. It's like it's contaminating the other food. I don't know.
It's not a texture thing. It's a sociopath thing.
Sorry, what? A sociopath?
Sorry, sociopath. Sorry, I don't have a PhD, fucking doctor. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so custard. I do like custard. Don't get me wrong, and I don't. It's not like I have a massive crisis if someone puts custard in front of me. But sometimes I have to psych myself up a little bit for custard.
So, like, you couldn't, if I was to hand you, like, a pot of that little ambrosia custard you get, could you sit and eat that with a spoon?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
But I'd have to...
You'd need a minute.
I'd have to just tell myself it was okay, yeah.
I sort of see where you're coming from. I think anything that can create a skin is inherently evil.
I think that's what it is. I think it's the skin. I think it's the skin thing. Yeah.
But then gravy can form a skin.
Yeah, but
inherently evil.
Don't you come on my podcast and start saying things about gravy.
Listen, I am in your camp with gravy.
Can I change? Let me change my answer. Sorry, what were the options? What do you prefer on desserts? Yeah, gravy. Yes, gravy. Yes.
Gravy, yeah.
Brilliant.
I definitely want to see a video of Stuart reviewing cheesecake and gravy.
Savoury cheesecakes. Marks and Spencer's this year have savoury cheesecakes, and it stresses me out.
What's in them?
I think one of them was like a vegetarian main course option, so it was like mini ricotta cheesecakes. I don't know what the base was made of, but the middle was like ricotta, and it had fried mushrooms or something on top.
We're not sure about that.
Yeah, no, and like it would probably taste fine, but the concept of eating that much soft cheese when it's not cheesecake is a bit like,
Yeah.
That sounds grim.
Yeah.
Not on that.
MJ.
I mean, a bit of gravy, maybe, but, you know.
MJ, savoury cheesecake or we riot?
Oh, God, I bloody went to McDonald's today.
Oh, you prick, and you didn't do the Jamaican
shit. Well, no, it was before the cinema, to be fair. Before the cinema.
Prick.
We'll see.
I mean, you've only got a couple of weeks left, haven't you?
Hang on, isn't Gossy supposed to be fucking doing it?
Yeah, well, isn't Gossy supposed to do a lot of things?
Of course he fucking won't. He won't even be listening, prick.
No, it's after an hour. He's clocked out.
May I just rearrange the next filming session tricked me into rearranging it to the 17th, the day that fucking Justice League and Punisher comes out. Fuming.
No one's watching Justice League. Grow up.
Oh, thank you, Stuart.
Oh, God, I love comics.
I mean, that's fine. It's just that Justice League will be shite.
Correct.
I don't know. We'll see.
No, it will be. Finally, on desserts.
Correct.
What are your thoughts on alternatives such as a cheese board, a
coffee,
or digestive?
Cheese board, absolutely not. Fucking no, 100% correct. Coffee, yeah, fairly acceptable, but also just fuck off. Don't be pretentious. And what was the last thing?
A digestif.
Ooh.
The fuck is a digestif?
So alcohol. Like a yeah.
Oh.
Like no. Sambuca or Stuart's namesake amaretto.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. No.
My namesake.
I couldn't think of a word.
What should we call our beautiful baby boy?
Imagine that in your accent. It's amazing.
Well, Disaronno is my middle name.
Bullock.
They're not Welsh.
that would make your initials Sab.
I mean, my initials are Sab anyway, you prick. Why is that? Why are my initials funny?
I don't even know why that's funny.
I know, as soon as I said it, I was like, actually, that's not anything. Mine's Muggle.
Muggles. Michael Gordon Louise Jameson.
Well, funnily enough, the L is a girl's name, Laurie.
Is it really? Did I know that?
Well, it is a male version, Laurie. Michael Gavin Laurie Jameson. There you go, fraud.
Gavin?
Laurie's not a girl's name, that's like a Scottish surname.
Yeah, no, I was sort of joking.
Lorry. Like the truck.
Oh, do you know what? Every single fucking time I say my middle name, everyone's like, oh, like the truck. Fuck off. What's your middle name then? Anthony or Adam or something?
Anthony, actually.
Is it Anthony?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Nice name, mate.
Let's not get onto names because we all remember that Nathan Peterson actually didn't know what his name was for a long time.
Yeah, for nearly 30 years I didn't know what my name was. There you go.
Correct.
What?
Yeah. All right, Clit Hero, calm down.
Oh, fuck.
Stuart, how do you feel about a cheese board?
Do you know what?
Oh, yeah, that's what we were talking about.
I love a cheese board, but not in lieu of a dessert.
Yeah, that's it.
In lieu of an entire meal over the Christmas period, there are many days where myself and my wife will say we will have some lunch and we'll say we better not eat too much because we want to fill ourselves full of cheese, and we will. I spend quite a lot of money on cheese at Christmas, and we will have maybe 3 or 4 just full-on cheese meals.
Yeah. I feel like a cheese board would be a good starter sometimes, but who the fuck is having it instead of dessert?
It's a good point. Why don't they offer it as a starter? There must be some reason behind it.
Yeah, I don't know. Just for those people who like to proudly proclaim, oh, I'm not a dessert person.
Yeah, absolute twats.
Yeah.
Fair.
Oh, what's on your cheese board?
Okay, Chewy.
And similarly with the other two, coffee and a digestif, not in lieu of a dessert. Everything. I will have everything, but I want everything.
Yeah. He's a simple man to please.
Yeah.
He's a simple man.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I will almost never have a coffee or a cheese board. I will sometimes have a digestif.
Have you had a digestif tonight, Nathan Peterson?
I have drunk tonight, Stuart. Yes.
Yeah, I thought you had.
Yeah.
Of course he's drunk. He's recording in a conservatory. He's got a bottle of whiskey or something.
Correct. It's actually, Michael Jameson, I'm drinking from the bottle of Jack Daniel's Winter Spice that you bought me about 2 years ago.
Oh, fuck.
What? Like from the bottle? Like a 50 Cent video?
Oh, no. I'm classier than that, Stuart. I've obviously had Jack Daniel's Winter Spice with Apple Tango.
Oh,
What?
that sounds lovely.
It sounds blasphemous, but good.
It was very enjoyable. It's
I
definitely
also like that the most up-to-date rap reference we had was 50 Cent.
We've had 50 Cent and Ludacris tonight on the podcast. So
I forgot about that.
Yeah, we're really smashing it.
And I'm
Yeah,
a
mate.
55-year-old man.
I know all the musics, mate. All the musics.
Mate, yeah, we've already discussed this. I've got access to your YouTube account. I see what videos you've been watching, and it's still Blazing Squad, so let's not talk about it anymore.
Fuming. What have I been listening to this week?
If you're counting.
What have you been listening to this week?
I'm always watching Fall Out Boy recently because their new album's coming out soon.
Yes, you have been listening to Fall Out Boy, yeah, correct.
Do you know what I want to listen to soon?
You've also been listening to David Brent.
Not recently, I don't think.
You've been listening to Dr. Dre, the next episode.
Oh,
yeah. That's quite a frequent one. That'll come on every couple of months.
And I mean, this is embarrassing. I've just gone on your watch videos history, and the top 3 are all you.
Don't think that's particularly embarrassing research, mate.
Hang on,
He's got to masturbate to something.
I'm still scrolling down, and the first music video I've got, okay, I mean, this is worth it. It's Destiny's Child karaoke, Bootylicious.
There's a very good reason for that.
Because you like dancing
Does
around your
anyone
house.
remember the first line of that song?
Kelly, can you handle this?
I fucking can.
Whoa! What?
Is
Amazing.
that just something you keep in your back pocket the whole time? Is that like your little sort of semi-claim to fame?
Yes. I mean, I think I was 6 when that came out, so like I heard it, and I was like, that's my goal in life.
Amazing.
That's devastating to find out you were 6 when that song came out.
I think, yeah, it must have been, what, like 2002 it came out or something?
Oh, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
my
It's
Lord.
fucking worse. Shush.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. I was like a full adult man in a job, like, and everything.
I was going to
It's still
say...
delicious, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
I should just clarify. I wouldn't necessarily actively choose that song myself.
You do
I
not
did.
need to justify it, sweetheart. We understand.
I know, but I feel like I want to also because it does lead to a plug, obviously, as everything does. As everything does. I was Rich and Tony Vlogs / the Cookie Mill sent a picture of some cookies, and he sent a voice note on WhatsApp saying, "I don't think you're ready for these cookies. I don't think you're ready for these cookies. I don't think you're ready for this. My cookie's too delicious for you, babe." So I put it to the backing of the karaoke song and uploaded it on my comedy channel.
Brilliant.
But one more anecdote before we move on from this portion. Stuart, you are a music teacher.
I am.
Oh, that's cool. Sorry, I didn't know that.
I am, yeah. It's not
No,
cool.
wait,
It's not
no.
cool, but I
I was
am,
going
yeah.
to say you sound thrilled by it. Yeah.
Listen, my boyfriend is a maths teacher, so to me, a music teacher is like the coolest teacher in school.
Yeah, I mean, that's like how Posh Spice was the poshest of the Spice Girls, but yeah. Yeah, I'll say that, yeah.
I like that you just said that Stuart's cooler than your boyfriend.
Yeah. I mean, it's not hard.
Yeah, that's the only reason why. So Stuart, you are a music teacher,
Correct, Michael.
and you're also one of my main heroes.
Correct.
Correct.
Where are we going with this?
Well, just in my life, I've had a history of really cool music teachers. Because one of my old music teachers, not only this is the same guy. Oh, actually, I've got to tell the whole story now. So he used.
Hang
to
on,
teach
let me
us-
start. Right, let me guess. Has it been found out that he was a paedophile? Because they're all music teachers.
Yeah.
Based on his behaviour that I'm about to discuss, it wouldn't be the most surprising thing.
Go on.
It wouldn't be the most surprising. So he used to teach the class cool songs. So he taught us the next episode on keyboard. But what?
Yeah.
Correct. Thought we were, but we're. No, the reason he's really cool is that once upon a time, Michael, aka Mike, and I were sat in lesson,
The
and
Smith dog.
the Smith Gog.
The Smith Gog, yeah.
Also middle name Anthony, correct. We were this poor teacher. He was a really nice guy, but bless him, not bless him because I don't believe in God, but excuse him. Excuse him. He couldn't really handle the class all that well most of the time. So largely, there was sometimes the lessons turned into fairly pointless affairs. And in one of these fairly pointless affairs, Michael and I decided, have I just developed a lisp? I'm just going to swallow all the saliva in my mouth. Michael and I once decided to utilise the time to play Magic the Gathering under the desk.
Yeah, that's what you call it.
I was getting my wizard sleeve, and
Oh, fuck's sake!
no, we were playing it under the desk, and the teacher came behind us, and he was like, correct. He was like, "Oh, Magic the Gathering. Yeah, if you guys come back later after school, I can." It may not have been that day; it might have been the next day or something. But it's like, yeah, if you guys come back like after school, we'll do some stuff. And we're like, oh, cool. So anyway, two plucky sprightly-eyed little 13-year-olds or whatever we were, 14. We toddled off to the music room after, which was actually a separate house. It was literally in a separate house away from the main school. Was this guy a fucking teacher? Anyway, we toddled off there, and he had like 20 or 30 opened, but still with the cards inside booster packs of Magic, and he was like, "Yeah, you can have them, and I'll teach you how to play properly." And we were like, "Fucking hell, you're a legend, mate." Nothing to do with food, but that's the end of that story. Sorry about that.
Stuart,
Nathan Peterson.
is it sweeter or savoury?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's time to play a game. Let's play a game. It's called Sweeter or Savoury. We pull the name of a food stuff out of a hat. You tell us what you think about that. Will the next food stuff be sweeter or savoury? Will it be sugary or covered in salt? There's just no way to know. But you must predict. Will the next food stuff be sweeter or savoury?
Okay, so Sweeter or Savoury. We've had a little bit of a break with Sweeter or Savoury for the last couple of episodes, but obviously we've got Kelly on tonight. Are you ready to take the Sweeter or Savoury challenge, Kelly?
Always.
I've got absolutely no idea. Is Jason Cockcroft still winning? I think Jason Cockcroft's still winning. Closely followed by Bacon Hater, and then myself. I think the score to beat is 13, Kelly. So, dead straightforward. Are you ready for your first food stuff out of the Northern Flat Cap?
Yes.
Don't let me down. You're representing the North. Here we go. Kelly, it's Starburst, and it's the 4th time Starburst has been out of the hat.
Jesus Christ.
I love it. This is like the Lotto announcer now. He's got facts and figures.
I mean, surely whatever's next is savourier.
Savourier than a Starburst. Kelly, it's bacon.
Woo! Okay, safe enough.
Sweeter or savourier than bacon?
I mean, unless it's like Marmite, I'm going to go sweeter.
Sweeter?
Is Marmite a possible option?
Is Marmite a possible option?
Have you just pulled out Marmite?
I've just pulled Marmite out of the hat.
Oh my god!
And you've got Nathan Peterson to thank because he put that in the hat.
Oh,
I can't believe you just said, "Is it Marmite?" and Marmite came out of the hat.
Fucking
my empire crumbles.
That is it. Yeah.
Wow.
Dead 3. That's the same score as
me. Hey!
Am I the worst at least?
No, you're equally as shit as Nathan.
You're joint first. With those sluts forever.
Yes.
That's a thing. Don't worry about it, guys.
I can take joint worst.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I mean, we haven't played that for ages. We haven't played that for at least a month. And you literally ruined it. So...
to be honest, it's not the first thing that Marmite's ruined.
Oh,
do you not like Marmite?
Nah, mate.
Oh.
It's a dead ting.
It's an inadequate product.
Incorrect.
I like it.
Yeah, I do. Anyway. That was shit, yeah.
Well, that was
That was not good.
I mean, all of the time and effort that I put into recording that jingle for 30 seconds of play.
Yeah, we even got the live lounge version courtesy of MJ, and it's for nothing.
Yeah, tell you what we might do. Might save that live lounge version and make that Patreon exclusive.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, absolutely.
What was longer, the jingle or the competition?
Probably the jingle.
Yeah.
The jingle, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that is disappointing. But still, that's the way the cookie crumbles.
It is.
That is the sweet or savoury game. It's a cruel mistress.
Yep.
That pretty much is the end of our show. It's been a top-notch show. Thank you, Kelly, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I'm sure we will probably have you on again. It's been very entertaining.
Yeah, I would just like to say, guys, do check out Maverick Baking.
Of course.
Great person, great channel, and no offence to any other UK food reviewers that aren't us. Because we like, if you look at, like, Charlie Fleming is a great guy, so this isn't necessarily aimed at him or necessarily any, although that's pretty much or necessarily Food Review UK. What I'm trying to say, a food for you UK, even I can't tell the fucking difference. Basically, what I'm saying is it's very, very refreshing to have another food reviewer in the UK with such a bold personality, and that is the best thing about YouTube videos, in my opinion. They have to be injected with personality, and they're really good reviews. So thank you very much for coming on, and do support her.
Shucks, thank you.
Correct.
Yeah. I probably wasn't going to say any of that.
Well, fuck you.
So, before we go, just a very quick shout out to, we haven't done this for a while, Patreon. If you guys have not yet subscribed to us over on Patreon, please do so. We do have a new patron over there who we haven't given a shout out to, which he pays for, which is Borky Boy Tully. MJ, do you know that guy? Have you heard of him before? Have you seen his name?
No, thank you, Borky. You're a ledge, mate. Whoever you are, he or she.
Yeah. If you're
probably he.
Probably he if there's a boy in the name.
Yeah.
But don't. Maybe not. Who knows? Borky, if you're a regular in the comment section on YouTube, please let us know who you are so that we can give you a good thumbs up.
Hashtag the unmasking of Mr. Chode.
I mean, that is the life goal, isn't it? I will not let this channel go quietly into the night until we know who the fuck Mr. Chode is.
A lot of people still think it's me.
I mean, I 100% think it's you.
There you go.
No,
the problem is, this is a boy who cried wolf situation. I'll never be able to live that down.
I remember about 2 years ago, you told me that there was one person who you were, and we'd all be surprised. And I was convinced it was FIFA Productions, whatever.
God, that's a blast from the past.
Or MP. I don't think it's MPOTW.
No, Mike Bizzle.
Mike Bizzle, that's the other one.
It's 100% Mike Bizzle because his name's Mike, and Mike Bizzle.
Born in 87.
Yeah, if it's not MJ, I will be. The only thing that makes me think it's not MJ is that some of the things he says are fairly outlandish, and whilst we know MJ has that side to him, sometimes he's a little bit offensive towards people like Gossie and myself and yourself, Stuart. And I don't know if MJ would go to that length.
I don't think Mike Bizzle's ever insulted me.
I have. I mean, he. No, I was going to say, would you believe me if I said that when I told you that itself was a lie?
No.
You wouldn't believe me? No. Okay.
No.
Cool.
I think you're also probably Saul Goodman.
No, he's not Saul Goodman.
That's your way of getting back at me. Speaking of getting back at me, there's a question that I need to ask. You didn't know Kelly then, you weren't aware of her, but if you had known her and were aware of her at the time, would you have invited her on your stag?
Oh, brilliant. Hashtag never living it down. Hashtag busting out all the hashtags.
Oh, he's not denying it though, is he, Stuart?
No.
I mean, it sounds like an invite.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love you, Stuart.
I love you too,
You can come
Michael.
on my stag do, Stuart.
Yeah!
Oh, that's a trademark, Stuart. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, it's a good catchphrase.
It's good, isn't it? Yeah.
that one wasn't as good.
No, it wasn't.
You can say things in different ways. We've now turned into a language examination podcast. Good.
Yeah, it's getting silly now, yeah.
Yeah.
Should we just call it a night?
Yeah.
Sorry, I ruined your day, Stuart.
So it's okay, Kelly. I'll apologize. I won't apologize. I'll forgive you.
Thank you.
I'll forgive you.
Too late to apologize.
Fucking hell.
Oh, thank you all for listening. Come back next time, please. Bye.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye to BH.
Bye I to the H. What was that?
To BH. T, be honest.
TBH. Yeah.
No, it sounded like by to the H.
By to
Correct.
the H.
I'll let
Like a little rap reference.
the kids will probably be like, that's the next big thing that people say.
Stuart.
I was actually offended that there were maybe a suggestion that I wasn't down with the kids and didn't know about current rappers. I do know about current rappers. I know about, I mean, you took the mickey out of me for 50 Cent. What about if I'd said something like, I don't know, The Game? Is that a bit more current for you?
Hello, it's on, the dog's on top, and I'm gonna shine home into my house now.
I mean, he was literally like 1.7 years after 50 Cent. So, I mean, I'll let you off with it.
Correct.
Thank you.